Like that?
Okay.
So it says cool bus?
Yeah, now, Ben, move your legs completely.
Well, it is day, I don't know what, of owning the bus, and today we're gonna take out the rest of the chairs. We took out some of the chairs last night with the help of my brother. My brother might show up again today at some point, and my dad. And then we've got a grinder cutter thing.
Grind the rest of the screws off that are rusted in.
So like, here's a chair that we got rid of. There's our 2 chairs that are already out. We're gonna start at the back and work our way up now for the grinding, so yeah. Hi guys, Brandy here. I am in the middle of editing this video that you're watching right now, and I realized we didn't do a very great job of like verbally updating you guys on what we were doing, so that's kind of why I'm here. So let's roll that B-roll, shall we? So like we said, we started grinding out all of the seats that we possibly could. Ben pretty much did this all by himself. Not all the screws were as nice as some others. Thought we were only gonna need 3 of the grinding blades. We ended up needing, I think, 7. My brother showed up about midday and helped us remove the rest of the seats, which was so exciting because we had all this space, well, kind of.
Ow.
We managed to get up on top of the bus to take some cute Instagram photos and just photos in general, which definitely are both me and Ben's lock screens now. Not even ashamed of that. I love it so much. But that was a lot more scary than I expected to be. Like, I'm a little afraid of heights, but like being up on top of that bus, I was like, I'm gonna fall through or I'm gonna fall off. The only 2 options here. Well, I guess the 3rd option would be to stay on the bus, and I was hoping for that option, but. And that concluded our first trip up to the bus. Now, there is still more video because we have footage from our 2nd trip to the bus, or our last trip to the bus, I guess, for me right now. But we only had really 2 days that we were even supposed to be at the bus, and then we got stuck because of breaking down so many times, which if you guys would like to hear about that in a future video, we will talk about all the times we broke down in the bus and how that just was in general. Leave me a comment down below if you would like to hear about that. But we were really happy to be able to get out all the seats on our first day in the bus actually working on it, and it made us feel really accomplished to drive back home after having broken down so many times and be able to say, well, at least we got all the seats out of the bus. Now for our 2nd trip, but we are all packed up and are ready to go up to see Moonstone Chariot, which if you didn't know, that's the name of our bus. We even got Heath along for the journey this time. Let's see if you can see him. Say hi, Heath. A very grumpy mom. I'm not happy with what we're doing, but I hopefully trust you, and hopefully I will get the foods out of this. He'll eventually get the foods out of this. Ben should be walking out now. I'm gonna try to rearrange some of the stuff in the back of the car real quick. We got Heath in the front with us. Well, kind of. And then we've got his litter box back there, a bag of food, and our suitcase. But yeah. What's wrong, baby?
So it's like 9 p.m. at night. Due to a very large mechanical error, Brandy's brother and dad are somewhere between 2 to 5 hours north of here. So we're going through and ripping up as much rubber as we can. We still have all the seats in the back of the bus and these heaters and the rest of the metal handicap stuff that we have to remove, but given that it's dark outside, can't really do that. So
and we don't have access to any of our tools.
That's true, the shop's locked too.
So
we're doing what we can, hoping not to get creeped out, and I guess we'll do the real work tomorrow. We kind of just wanted to come by and
see her. We missed her. We missed Mooney.
Alright, let's get to it.
Yep. Ingenuity. Oh my gosh, you got the floor up.
If we can cut a line right there with my straight blade, we don't need to rip the rubber up at all. I can get all of it up attached to the board.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Don't hurt your back. But my Superman over here, freaking holding up the whole floor that he just ripped up with his bare hands. Good morning, and happy another day of working on the bus. We are on the way to see Moonstone right now. We got kind of a lot done last night within the hour that we were just kind of there. We ripped up a whole subfloor board.
Plywood.
Plywood, but like a whole board of it, not the whole thing, obviously. And that was with like no tools except for a baby hammer and a regular size hammer, and then just Ben's sheer force. We need to try to get out the heaters today for sure, because that's like impeding us getting up the rest of the floors. So we need to get the heaters out today and basically clean out the bus after we try to like demo everything, because the seats are still in there. We need to go through like and get the handicap stuff out, because there's a handicap lift in the bus. So there's still gonna be just a lot of demo today. Say good morning to Moonstone. This is the disaster zone that will one day be our house. We took up the entire board, so you can see that subflooring right here. We took it up from here. Today we're gonna try to get out the trash and these guys, because basically to get the heater out is not gonna be super the problem, but we gotta make sure that we plug the coolant hoses together. And there's 2 of them, which is like, yay, double the work. Hopefully we can clean this baby out some today. Any thoughts?
I got a lot of thoughts.
Okay. We just went to a parts store to try to pick up a hose coupler for the heating system so that we could do the whole coolant thing and get the heaters out of the bus. But our hoses for our heaters are 1 inch, which is bigger than the average car. So we might have to go to a specific truck store if the other parts store doesn't have it. But right now we're going to get food, because food is good. Okay, we're back in the bus. The thing that we bought for the heater pipes didn't completely work, but my dad and Ben found a workaround for that. So that's already tied perfectly nice and everything. We still have the tubes, and I don't think you can see them, but we still have the tubes in the bus and the heaters in the bus, and we need to get those out. I've got a nice handy dandy drill that I am just basically going through and getting any screws that I can right now, because some of them are super rusted, some of them are stripped. So I'm just going through basically and seeing what I can get. We've got 2 pallets of wood out technically, or 2 panels of wood, which I'll show you guys in a little while. But Ben's trying to figure out the pipes. That's Ben right there. He's trying to figure out the pipes for the heaters, because they don't end where we thought they ended. They go back into the bus and loop around, so yeah, fun times. concludes our weekend with Mooney. We are heading back to my mom's real quick to grab Heath and to kind of wash up and pack up the rest of our stuff before we head back home. But yeah, we got a lot done, but not as much as we thought we were gonna get done, and it just overall felt like we didn't get a ton done, but we really did. We cleared out all of the flooring except for a little bit of rubber in some places. So that rubber needs to come up, but other than that, we got all of the plywood out that we're going to be taking out, and we got a lot of screws out in just random places. We will have to come back and kind of pry up some stuff that's still up.
But next time we're up here, we should be able to like put all the Rust-Oleum and maybe the floor down. And then on top of that, we found a few ways we could actually save some money doing this.
Yeah, so we are very lucky. I actually want to say that we're very lucky that my dad and my brother both come from, my dad's a mechanic, and my brother kind of builds houses, not like fully, but he's like a handyman and he knows how to build houses and stuff like that. So luckily we have their opinion on like what we can keep, what we can reuse, which is really nice. So like we've kept a lot of the metal that we're working with so far. We don't have any rust holes except for one at the very front of the bus next to the wheel well. So we'll have to weld that up, which we will film, of course. My dad will help us with that. I also kind of really want to weld one time, to just say that I've welded before, you know? I welded part of my bus together. But yeah, so there's still a lot to be done. This week was really a cleanup week, kind of. A little bit of a demo and cleanup week comparatively. But yeah, well, we hope you guys enjoyed this week's video of our bus conversion journey. If you did, make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're not already. We try to post videos every Wednesday, but because we don't get up to the bus every week, sometimes that doesn't work. So, you know. And if you guys have any questions or concerns or have anything you want to ask about bus life in general or just us in general, feel free to pop those down below in the comment box and we'll try to get back to you. We love you guys and hope you have a great day and a great week. Bye!